Today I wanted to talk to you guys about gestational diabetes. I've been working with some women that have gestational diabetes or are planning to get pregnant and have had gestational diabetes in the past and want to kind of get ahead of things. So I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about that because I know that it's an important topic and it can be a little bit scary to have diabetes during pregnancy, and we all want to do the best for like babies, and pregnancy is such a special time. And I can see how in pregnancy women are just so in tune with their bodies, much more at least, and we also like care so much more because we know that we're caring for someone else. It's not just us anymore. So it's a very special time, and I love working with women who are pregnant. And so I wanted to let's get like right into it. So gestational diabetes is a type of diabetes that develops during pregnancy, typically between the 24th through the 28th month, and it affects 1 in 10 pregnancies. So it's relatively common, not super common, but it's relatively common, and it happens when the body can't produce enough insulin to meet the extra blood sugar demands during pregnancy. So some of the risks that can happen for the baby, for example, is that there can be a higher birth weight when there's gestational diabetes. There can be premature birth too. So we kind of want to avoid both of those, obviously. And then sometimes babies may be born with a low blood sugar. So we want to avoid all those. And then as far as mom, the concern there is that she may develop diabetes even after pregnancy. So gestational diabetes, again, is only during pregnancy, and most likely you won't have any diabetes type symptoms after pregnancy because your hormones change as well. And one of the reasons why you may have gestational diabetes is also due to hormones, and we'll talk more about some of the possible causes and how to help that. So we don't want you to have diabetes after pregnancy. So gestational diabetes can 100% be managed, and ideally, in my opinion, in my practice, you won't have to take any medication because I've said this in other videos, but minimal effective dose, going low and slow when it comes to any medication is ideal. So one of the things, there's a few things that we want to do. One of them is making sure that you're eating enough protein. So protein helps balance blood sugars. You want to obviously eat balanced, healthy meals, but really prioritize protein because protein helps with blood sugar balance. It's just really simple. So when you do eat anything, make sure you're having protein with it. It's really simple. It's easy to forget, especially with snacks. So make sure you're prioritizing that and you'll be good. I mean, that's a great place to start. The second thing I want to emphasize is to do some kind of exercise. If you were doing exercise before pregnancy, you can continue doing exercise. And if you weren't, it's a great time to start doing some walking or some yoga. These are great places to start if you're not used to working out. And if you don't want to, pregnancy may not be the time that you want to do like strenuous exercise. So you want to definitely do some walking. Walking definitely helps with blood sugar balance, and so does yoga. The third thing is that that can help you manage your gestational diabetes is going to be tracking. So tracking your blood sugar, if you don't want to have to, there's like two options. Like if you have gestational diabetes, you may only need to check your blood sugar fasting in the morning. If you want to have a little bit closer control of your blood sugar throughout the day and just give you more peace of mind, you can do a continuous glucose monitor. I actually interviewed a continuous glucose monitor dietitian. Like, she works for this company that has the continuous glucose monitors, and you can check them out. I'll link it over here. So you can check that video out. And all of that, a continuous glucose monitor is is a device that goes on your arm, most likely, and it tracks your blood sugar 24/7. It is not as accurate as getting a finger stick in the moment, so just take that as you may. But it can be really helpful, and if it helps you have more peace of mind, then that's helpful too. If it makes you more stressed out, then stress also can contribute to blood sugar dysregulation, so don't do it. I think it just depends on your personality. Some people find it helpful, some people find it stressful. So if you would rather just check once a day, then do that. If you would rather know throughout the day, then you can do a continuous glucose monitor, and I will link that in the description below as well. So another big contributor to possibly to dysregulated blood sugar in pregnancy or just in general is mineral deficiencies. There's a well-documented link between blood sugar control and mineral deficiencies, or blood sugar dysregulation, mineral deficiencies, particularly when it comes to magnesium, chromium, zinc, and iron. These minerals play a big role in blood sugar function and blood sugar metabolism and insulin function. So when there is deficiency in these minerals, there will be some type of blood sugar, or there may be some type of blood sugar dysregulation. Yeah, and it increases your risk of diabetes. Adequate levels of these minerals, either through diet or supplementation, will help keep your blood sugar under control. And for further guidance, I would highly recommend more personalized testing like the HTMA. The HTMA is a hair test. It stands for hair tissue mineral analysis, and it provides a snapshot of exactly what your personal mineral balance is. So that way you know what your body needs, and that way you can supplement accordingly, or just make sure even the foods that help remineralize your body. So you want to think of almost, and I'll be cautious here, so just as always, this is not medical advice. This is for education purposes only, but hypermineralization, most likely than not, is beneficial, mostly because most of us are under-mineralized. Like, most of us are walking around deficient in a lot of minerals. And so prioritizing those minerals, even through supplementation, is going to be very helpful. And testing is going to be even more helpful. So if you want to hone in on what your body specifically needs, you can check out the HTMA test, and I will also link that in the description below. If you want to learn more about the HTMA, I have created a short video that I will link up here if you want to check that out as well. So the last thing I want to mention for helping regular blood sugar and balance blood sugar is inositols. Inositols may help improve insulin sensitivity, help regulate insulin levels, promote hormonal balance, and reduce blood sugar levels. Studies suggest that inositols may reduce risk of gestational diabetes, especially when taken consistently for several months. So I have my most popular video is on inositols, particularly a brand called Ovasitol, and you can check that here. If you want to learn more about what inositols are and how they help, essentially they are a B vitamin. So again, the more natural, the better, in my opinion, especially when it comes to pregnancy. You want to just be gentle. And so I think inositols is a great place to consider when it comes to blood sugar regulation and blood sugar balance. And I will also link that in the description below. Okay, guys, so I will leave you with that. That was probably a lot to take in. The highlights, in my opinion, are protein intake, weight training if you are up for it. Even light weight training will be really helpful, and even just light exercise. The other thing would be minerals are super important, and then inositols. I hope these are helpful. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them in the comments below. And if you received any value from this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. Okay, until next time, bye.